The illegally incarcerated former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Imran Khan, has postponed his party's planned civil disobedience movements against Pakistan's illegitimate authoritarian military government, emphasizing the need to define its framework and timeline. In a message addressed to Pakistanis posted from his official Twitter account, Mr. Khan highlighted 7 reasons for originally initiating the movement, citing constitutional violation by delaying the elections, political persecution, electoral manipulation, judicial interference, and the pre-planned massacre of peaceful protesters. Mr. Khan said, quote, "When all constitutional rights have been taken away from Pakistanis, the Parliament and the Supreme Court have been taken over, the right to peaceful protests has been denied, the very foundations of law and the Constitution have been shaken, bullets are being fired at our own citizens, and attempts are being made to pit institutions against the people. The nation is compelled to start a civil disobedience movement," end quote. As part of the civil disobedience movement, overseas Pakistanis who overwhelmingly support Mr. Khan will be urged to limit or completely halt remittances to the country. Pakistan's economy heavily depends on nearly $20 billion in annual remittances from its diaspora. Mr. Khan has now been in jail in a maximum security cell for 501 days. The Committee to Protect Journalists has urged Pakistani authorities to stop harassing journalists who are independently reporting on the premeditated killing of unarmed, peaceful protesters by security forces. While Pakistan's military government has denied it shot at unarmed, peaceful protesters in Islamabad, journalists who were on the ground in Islamabad provided irrefutable evidence of the indiscriminate firing of live ammunition and the concealing of dead bodies. Among these journalists is Harmeet Singh, who is now being harassed by the military regime. In a strong-worded press statement, the CPJ said, quote, "Pakistan security agencies must immediately stop the harassment of journalist Harmeet Singh and allow him to work without intimidation. The targeting of Singh is a part of a broader pattern of intimidation against journalists in Pakistan," end quote. In their statement, CPJ also referred to the abduction of Matiullah Jan, who was disappeared by Pakistani security forces when he was reporting from a government hospital on the concealment of dead bodies. CPJ said, quote, "On November 27, senior journalist Matiullah Jan was arrested on terrorism charges after reporting on protests by supporters of former Prime Minister Imran Khan. In 2024, journalists in Pakistan have faced unprecedented violence by both state and non-state actors. It is the government's responsibility to put an end to this," end quote. Political unrest and lawlessness under the illegitimate military regime in Pakistan has led to a complete nosedive of the already teetering economy. Along with the collapse of the currency, foreign direct investment has also hit a historic low. According to the Business Recorder, the telecom industry's foreign direct investment contribution to the national exchequer and investment declined by around 21% since Imran Khan's government was overthrown in a soft coup more than 2 years ago. Pakistan's military government has shut down mobile internet services and installed a new national firewall, leading to a crisis in the digital economy, with major companies pulling out of Pakistan. Norwegian Telenor was one of the largest in Pakistan but sold its business earlier this year, leaving the country. Pakistan has one of the youngest populations in the world but have been leaving as the economic conditions have worsened under the military government. 20 Democratic legislators in the United States have urged the administration of President Joe Biden to halt the transfer of offensive weapons to Israel, noting that the Israeli government has not complied with U.S. demands for more aid to enter Gaza. In a letter addressed to Secretary of State Antony Blinken on Tuesday, the Congress members called on Washington to uphold its own laws that restrict military aid to countries that commit war crimes and block U.S.-backed humanitarian assistance. Quote, "We believe continuing to transfer offensive weapons to the Israeli government prolongs the suffering of the Palestinian people and risks our own national security by sending a message to the world that the U.S. will apply its laws, policies, and international law selectively," end quote. The letter said. Letter was led by Summer Lee and Greg Casar. Tuesday's congressional letter coincided with the filing of a lawsuit by Palestinians in Gaza, the West Bank, and the U.S. aiming to compel Washington and military support to Israeli army units engaging in human rights violations.